covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
There are people that don't want to be in the water, but they want to stay with the family.
A call for help in the search for a missing woman, while one volunteer diver is staying on solid ground for now. Plus, new at 6, another step toward recovery. We show you the push to help park fire survivors get mortgage relief. But first, a proposed and controversial housing development in Chico may have a new life. We're learning more about why the landowner and applicants for the Valley's Edge project filed a claim against the city of Chico.
That claim says that the referendum that nixed the project against state law. SB 330 prohibits local governments like the city of Chico from limiting or restricting a housing project. The developer believes that in Chico that filed a claim against the city asserting that a referendum stopping the project east of Bruce Road and north of Skyway was against the law.
I wouldn't have counseled the developers to take this route, go to the fight the community in the courts rather than work with the community for a better solution.
Developer purchased the property, spent 10 years and millions of dollars investing in a project. It went through the Planning Commission and passed. It went through City Council and passed.
Well, the City Council has 45 days to provide a response to this legal claim.
We are taking a live look at a lot of clouds out there over Tehama County from Alert California's camera near Red Bluff. What a sight.
That's a beautiful sight right there. Let's check in with Sade Pulling, filling in for Howie tonight on conditions. And we saw that rain that you told us about. How about tonight? Are we done with the rain, Sade?
Yes, it looks like that rain is coming to an end, Alan, which I know a lot of you guys are excited for. I know some of you guys might be a little bit sad about that. But let's have a live look over Deer Creek Highway right now. This looks pretty nice right now. So this is what you can expect. We had some cloudy, scattered showers today. We're going to have some dry and warmer conditions for tomorrow, and then we'll have some mild conditions for our weekend. Now, this is our satellite and radar. This is showing the past few hours, and currently now we have some moisture and clouds currently coming in. And then these are our wind speeds currently right now. They're looking pretty calm right now for our foothills of valley and mountain regions. Those wind speeds are definitely not a problem, and I'll break that down more as we get into our newscast. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sade.
New at 6, park fire survivors could get some mortgage relief soon.
This is for homeowners whose homes were damaged or destroyed by natural disaster since 2023 and are at risk of foreclosure now because of that. Governor Gavin Newsom's proposing an over $125 million mortgage relief program for Park, Franklin, Palisades, and Eaton fire survivors. It would also extend an existing counseling services program. Governor Newsom says this would use existing mortgage settlement funding and not impact the proposed 2025-26 budget. The proposal will be considered at the California Housing Finance Agency meeting, which is tomorrow.
The community of Red Bluff is coming together in an effort to bring home a missing woman. Action News Now reporter Nathan Espandula shows us how a professional diver is searching the part of the Sacramento River in hopes of finding her.
Well, it's something that you cannot describe when you bring back a son or a daughter to the family. It's like you bring it closer to that situation, and that's what the family are searching for.
Lauren Guillen has been missing since February 5th. Today, volunteer professional diver Juan Heredia was in Red Bluff alongside the Sacramento River, leading a team of volunteers in efforts to bring her family closure. Heredia told me that because the water levels have dropped so much in the past few days, he believes Lauren will be in the river's edge and not underwater. So here behind me you have the Sacramento River. The current is strong, the current is fast, and the current is high. So much that both the police department and the sheriff's office here in Red Bluff told me the same thing. And they told me that it is not advised for any members of the public who are untrained to go into the waters right now. They said it is so dangerous that even their own professionally trained teams won't be going into the water until the current is down. However, despite that, Juan Heredia and a team of volunteers, they took a boat out and they were searching all day in the river, but they weren't able to find anything, although they did say they still plan to keep searching throughout this week and potentially next week.
It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. There's no question about it. But bringing the closure to the family, I think it's very important.
In the past 8 months, Heredia has helped recover 7 missing people, and he's hoping that Lauren Guillen will be next. In Red Bluff, Nathan Espandula, for Action News Now.
McGeehan was last seen on Walnut Street in Red Bluff. Her car was later found on Antelope Boulevard. She's described as 5'6", a medium build, brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call the Tehama County Sheriff's Office.
Butte County Public Health says it saw the county's first flu death for this season. It says the person who died was in their 60s. They hadn't gotten a flu shot, and they died of complications from the flu. Health officials say it emphasizes the need to get that shot if you're vulnerable, and they also recommend washing your hands frequently, avoid touching your nose, eyes, and mouth when you can, and if you're sick, just stay home. The state's top prosecutors say he is supporting a challenge to the Trump administration's refugee ban and refugee funding suspension. Today, State Attorney General Rob Bonta, alongside 18 attorneys general, filed an amicus brief in Pasito v. Trump. This stems from President Donald Trump signing an executive order last month that suspends the U.S. refugee admissions program and stopped federal funding for organizations that help refugees. Bonta says the suspension is unlawful.
Organizations like Catholic Charities perform vital services. And when their funding is cut, and when it's cut so abruptly, it is doing a real disservice to the community to have that funding cut and those positions eliminated.
The White House says that the country, quote, lacks the ability to absorb large numbers of migrants and in particular refugees into its communities in a manner that does not compromise the availability of resources for Americans. Well, the amicus brief urges the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Washington to grant an injunction to prevent the order from going into effect. You'll remember earlier this month, Newsom dedicated $50 million to, quote, Trump-proof California.
We're learning more about what a new fire station in Chico could mean for the city. Now take a look at this map that shows all the active fire stations in Chico before the 2008 recession. That's 6 city fire stations, 3 Cal Fire stations. Now this map shows today's operating fire stations, just 4 city stations and 2 Cal Fire. Now we told you in November that the City Council is considering using commercial cannabis money to help fill the need and build a new fire station, Station 6 at the corner of Eaton Road and Hicks Lane.
The benefits of these strategic priorities will improve response times due to the geographic response gaps, notably in the northern areas of the city.
It won't be cheap. Chico Fire estimates the new station could cost anywhere from $16 million to $27 million, depending on the design and when the construction begins. The soonest construction could begin is next January.
New developments, the city of Chico and Oroville just joined Paradise in beginning a community choice aggregation program with Pioneer Energy. Take a listen to Chico's city council meeting last night.
Councilmember Van Overbeck?
Yes.
Councilmember Winslow?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Bennett?
Yes.
Mayor Reynolds?
Aye.
Local leaders approved becoming a member of the Pioneer Community Energy Joint Powers Authority. Oroville City Council made the same choice last night as well to transition power supply responsibilities from PG&E to Pioneer Community Energy. For Oroville, the anticipated transition will happen in October of 2027. New details, Caltrans says they plan to demolish the old Butte City Bridge in this upcoming construction season. We told you earlier this week that Caltrans closed the old bridge as a safety precaution due to storm damage last weekend. They were already in the process of building a new one, though, and they've since shifted traffic to the new bridge on Highway 162 on Monday. It is still, though, under one-way traffic control 24 hours a day.
Celebrating Black History Month, we'll tell you where you can learn the legacy of a local black community coming up.
Plus, send out the salmon, where you can catch a massive river release happening this week.